Deb's just getting the show ready to go here, everyone. We're getting ready to talk about energies. We're getting ready to talk about the planets and what the heck's going on and why we're feeling so much energy happening. Debbz Den live on jessfm.ca. Tune in on your phone. You can get the app for free. You can contact or get the station on your internet.
And we are live on Jess FM. Welcome.
Hello.
So it's a beautiful smoky day today in Lethbridge, Alberta. Welcome all you friendly folks to Jess FM. Thank you, Tammy Nickel, for being my guest today and your patience with us. We've got a bit of an energy update to do today. I'm getting so much information from friends and family that, people are not getting along and people are having problems and people are having issues and they're going, what is going on? Today we intend to inform you on some information that really doesn't portray to your life. It just portrays to the energy which affects your life. So Tammy, let's first have you introduce yourself because she's an author, and let's look at your book to start with.
Okay, well, my name is Tammy Nickel. I have created a book. It's called Designed to Be Uniquely Me, penned by Anissa Blake. And you can get that at Chapters, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and through the publisher, Balboa Press. And I'm also a Reiki master, so I do Reiki healing, energy clearing. I clear energy out of spaces, and I also keep up to date with what's happening around the world with the ascension, with the energies that we feel, with our symptoms, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, that sounds really neat because she's talking about ascension, and not everybody is familiar with what ascension is. I mean, we've heard of the shift, right?
Right.
The 2012 shift, the Mayans, what they talked about, what metaphysical science really is a lot. It's stuff that you cannot see, but it's still happening.
And we still feel it.
And we still feel it. And and I'm also going to have some updates on what's going on with the planets and things like that. But let's get started with what you have prepared here, Tammy. I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
And we will have a meditation at the end, as we always do on Debbz Den. And thanks for tuning in.
So what we're going to talk about is some of the things that we don't hear about necessarily unless we're researching. Things that we definitely all feel and we're not aware of why and how it affects our lives daily. So right now there's a lot of shifting going on. We are switching timelines. So we're leaving behind the old 3D, the old patriarch society of control and manipulation.
The Matrix.
Definitely the Matrix. We're dismantling that because we want a better life. We want the new golden age to come in, and it's our job, each of us, to shine our light, to do the inner work, to bring this about. And we're doing phenomenal on that basis.
So we're moving from the Piscean to the Aquarian, the age of Aquarian. And Aquarian is all about ascension, turning who you are into who you really are, and what your dreams and hopes and desires are. So in order for that, you've got to get rid of the rest before you can ascend. So that's what we're going to do.
That's right. So some of the things that are happening is, in order for us to make this shift and this ascension better for everyone, we need to figure out how to find the truth. So the truth means we are all one, we are all love, and we all honor and cherish our Creator. Without Him, we wouldn't be here. So we need to find out what the truth is. That helps us to dismantle the Matrix. And the Matrix is the power, the control, the manipulation, the governments, the banks, the churches. I know it's going to cause some people to say, what the heck is going on? I encourage you to do some research and find out for yourself.
And in anything that we say here in Debbz Den, I'd like to take responsibility for what happens on my show, and that it's not the attitude of Jess FM, and we are here on Debbz Den are responsible for our own words. And if there's something that you want to challenge, great, look it up. Don't only believe what we're saying, but actually go in and look it up and find your information for yourself.
Definitely.
Always.
So we are
1 minute. I'm going to sneak away for a second. Keep
okay.
going.
Okay. So we need to discard all that is not truth and search for the one truth, which is our Creator. We need to discard the fluff that is not providing us progress in our changes.
Mm-hmm.
We need to work on ourselves and raise our consciousness. So if you don't know what that means, what it means is we need to expand our awareness. We need to step out of the box that we've been put in, and we need to find out what we believe in and what is true for us right now. Not necessarily our beliefs from the past, but we need to let go of that and create what works for us right now in this world that we want to create.
And just to be clear, we are all on our own journey. So what is right for you might not be right for me, and that each one of us is on our own journey at our own time. So we can't go and expect somebody to be somewhere they're not. So some of this information might be a little over your head, but that's okay. Look it up. If it doesn't resonate with you, well, that's okay too, because we're all at different points in our ascension.
Journey. Yes.
In our ascension. We're all at different points. So if you don't get it, that's okay. Look it up. Maybe it'll intrigue you to study.
Or reach out to us and we can help you go through it.
Yes.
So we need to let go of our preconceived notions of what was. We also need to let go of all addictions, including alcohol, because that's the 3D coping mechanisms.
Yeah, I had to let go of alcohol a few years ago, and it's just what a change. I mean, I went through some angel empowerment things, and Cindy Smith, kudos to her for teaching the course on angel empowerment. But after going through that, I went from hotel manager to I can't even swallow alcohol. It was such a strange transition, not even being planned to, but if you have trouble with alcohol and you want to get over it, talk to one of us. We know how to help you with that on a spiritual level, where we remove that energy from you.
Absolutely. We need to support each other in the process as well. So if somebody's reaching out to you, could be family, friends, could be a neighbor, it could be someone who you are just meeting, there's always something we can say to encourage someone to promote change within their own life. It could be a smile that brings them up. It could be a positive affirmation. It could be just listening. Sometimes we talk too much and we need to listen more.
And sometimes that's all that people need, though, is to be heard and let that trauma or let the garbage within them out, because a lot of times we'll feel like tense right out because you're holding on to that energy, and really it's not serving you. So let it out and plant some flowers with it.
That's right. So we need to spread the truth to others that are open to hear it. So once you do some research and you find out what is the truth, what you understand to be the necessary changes that we need to make, share it with other people. We all know people that need help. We all know people that are transitioning, that are changing their life.
And even we need help.
We all do. We all need this.
I'm always bringing in the pros.
And there's always somebody at a different level. I don't like to say that we're better than other people. We're all on the same level in that regard. But some people have done the work for a lot longer, 20 years or more, and they know.
Or born to it.
Yes, and they know exactly what it takes to get through this shift. So reach out to others. And work on self-love. That is one big thing.
The cure. I think love is the answer, and having self-love enough to respect yourself and expect others to respect you just enough. And that, I think, is the huge shift.
Absolutely.
Is self-respect.
Self-respect, self-love.
Yes. That's the big one.
And self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
There are many people that are in the field of mediumship or energy healing. They don't even feel their own self-love. So how can you promote that to other people? So we need to work on ourselves to get each and every one of us to that place of self-love, self-confidence, and self-awareness, so that we can make the changes that are necessary. And every decision that we make, is it self-loving? And is it loving for other people? If it's not, we need to change that. Love should always be the motivation for what we do, what we say, and how we interact with other people.
And two things, even if you have to be harsh, like right now we're going through this Mars retrograde, which absolutely has been driving couples to pieces. the way that things are trining, the way that things are going. Mars is driving people angry, and it's all over there with Uranus, which is like false information. So there's all this false information, and Mars has never been closer to Earth. So if you've been feeling for the last, I don't know, 2 months, but definitely the last few weeks, Mars is coming out of retrograde on Monday. Thank God. Thank God that Mars is going to start. You know, Mars is like this big bully. And we pass them. So it's like being on the driveway or being on the roadway and, you know, being a girl in your big truck, and then all of a sudden you pass a guy in his big truck and he's looking at you like, no. So you meet up at the next light and then you pass him again. I do like doing that. But anyway, you know, I don't think it makes them feel good. And Mars is like that right now. It's not happy that we pass them, that Earth passed them, along with 6 other planets in retrograde, which is difficult. That just means that everything's kind of at a standstill. And, you know, Mercury actually finally just came out of retrograde last week. So, and then Mars coming up this week. It's just been a whole lot of standstill and wait, but yet accomplish what you need to do.
Yeah, get busy and get it done.
Yeah.
Definitely. So we need to merge with our divine creator. And once we do that, it just opens up everything. Your whole life changes once you surrender to that divine creator and ask for help.
Faith. It's called faith.
Definitely.
When you have faith, you don't have fear.
Exactly.
So I had somebody ask me about this just the other day, a couple nights ago, on the phone, and said, you know what, I think I know a witch.
Oh.
And yeah, so I was like, not but, and he was like, how can you tell when they're a witch? Well, there's a few ways. Easiest one, ask them. You know. But if you feel like you're intimidated by somebody with negative energy, if you have faith, you put the angels around you, you guide you, their garbage can't hit you. Unless you show fear, unless you're carrying garbage, then their garbage can attack you. And and good people who have faith will feel that attack, but they know how to ward it off.
Exactly. And fear is a huge motivator for a lot of people, and that's why they don't want to change, because they don't know what the outcome will be.
That's where we're at right now.
Exactly.
With the planets. We're at the point where, like, this weekend, the full moon coming up on Sunday, there is a full kite going on in the sky with the stars shining. With the moon is like right center. It's a kite energy. It is something that very rarely happens. It probably will not happen again in our lifetime. Like, there's planets here that are in this trine that it takes them 28 years to go around the Earth, and the other one takes 84 years to go around. Now these are all coming. That's Uranus and Saturn and Mercury and the Sun and the Moon. We're all just getting into this energy. But with the kite means that what you were saying about the ascension, with that we have the ability to fly high right now. But with that, you need to have the balls really to, you got to have the determination. You've asked for this stuff to happen in your life. You asked for a better relationship. You asked for a better job. You asked for more money. You asked for more friends. Well, this weekend, after that's where we're at right now. You're getting what you asked for, and you better be ready to take the reins, because this stuff's happening. This is a week between now and September where manifestation can happen. So don't be thinking negative this weekend, or it can drive you crazy. Crazy one is in there too this weekend. If you don't watch yourself, Uranus is going to drive you crazy. Don't fall into traps this weekend either. Where Neptune is, it's trying to pull us into traps in relationships where you're going to go back in a relationship and think it's going to change, where it's not going to change, and it's going to just be a trap. It's just going to set you back from your ascension a little longer. It's time to step up. Be ready for manifestation, because it's coming. And that is the good news.
So be open to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Put your hands out and say, yes, I receive all the goodness and blessings that are coming to me now. And thank you. Make sure you have that gratitude.
I have to be. I'm always, after everything, thanks angels.
Definitely. Gratitude brings you more.
Yeah.
So you have to get into nature more. because nature gets away from the electronics, it gets away from the energies that can interfere with our chakras. It is just cleansing, it's purifying, it's healing, and it's receptive. So get out into that nature.
And nature has auras.
Yes.
And it balances our aura, our energy that we have, our megahertz. When we get into nature, we could be like high vibration and stressing out, and we get into nature and even walk around barefoot or lay down on the ground. You know, even if you just look up at the trees and you see there's auras there, just take that energy in and say, cleanse me, fix me, you know, ask.
And I like to go and put my back to a tree. Or actually touch the tree with my hand, because that gives me energy, it helps to ground me, and the trees love that attention.
You know, I am actually a tree hugger.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not in the political way. I actually go up to the tree, and if you hold a tree when you're feeling down and you give the tree a hug, I like to do it when I'm camping and nobody's really looking that I'm out hunting for a tree to hug. But I will. But when you hug them, when you put your head up close, you can actually hear the sap and the life, and it sounds almost like a heartbeat as their blood is going through them, and they're alive, and they're there to help you heal.
Definitely.
And we need trees and plants, and you know, it's and they need us.
That's
they
right.
need the garbage coming out of us to survive, and we need the purified oxygen for us. So we have to work together.
What a beautiful process.
Where would we be?
Exactly. So we need to ground ourselves daily, and grounding ourselves, like Deb said, is to put your bare feet on the ground, on the grass, go hug a tree, put your body into the energy of outside. That's going to ground you daily, and that keeps you focused here in the now, which is where our power is, to make changes, to be consciously aware of what it is that we're going through and what we're dealing with. Very, very important.
So when you're grounding, say you live in a high rise up in Calgary, or you're in town and you live in an apartment on the 3rd or 4th floor, and you put your shoes on, you go out the door, you go to work, and you're never touching nature, and wonder why you feel like nothing's just right, you know. It's so important for those people to get out and go for it. If you live in an apartment where you are not touching the ground every day, then go for a walk in the park. Just do it. Just get out there, go for a walk. There's so many nice places to go for a walk here in Lethbridge, and such good people, or even anywhere you are. I like to walk along the river.
The water is good and healing as well.
Yeah.
The water will take away our negativity and bring us the positivity.
Right.
So
The
get around the
flow.
water.
Go with
That's
the flow.
right.
That's what we want to do. Go with the flow.
So the grounding helps us to work on ourselves as well, to cleanse and purify, detox, and it helps us to stay in the now moment. The now moment,
Which is all we have.
that's right, it will help us feel the energy. So just pay attention to what's coming in with this energy, and allow the negativity, the darkness, the sadness, the fear, the anger, the scarcity to go away. It's not helping anybody now for that. What we need is the positivity, love, unity, harmony, joy, abundance, and health. That's what brings in this new age that we're into now.
With the ascension.
With the ascension.
It's actually necessary that we let go of things that aren't serving us right now. Because when we hold back, we can't get into that 5th dimension. We can't get into dimensions that are higher and higher vibration and higher intellect and easier communication and better health. And all of these things that, like, vegans are very high energy. They because they don't eat meat. Myself, I find that it's about balancing it and knowing that if you are feeling rough, like around full moon time, have a big steak. Settle down. Like, we're just a few days away from a major big kite full moon. Last year at this time we were having the eclipse. This year we're having a kite, and this is energy that, time that dreams are made of. It's really reaching in. So with that, we also have, I just would like to mention that thank you for tuning in to Debbz FM. We are, I'm Debbz Den, and you are?
Tammy Nickel.
And you have a webpage, don't you, Tammy?
I do. It's www.designedtobeme.wix.com.
Designedtobeme.wix.com.
Wix.com.
Wix, like
Wix, W-I-X.
W-I-X.
Yes.
Designed to be me. Wix.com. If you want to get a hold of Tammy, she's an author and she knows what she's talking about when it comes to ascension and making changes in her life. And you also have home group things or
A spiritual support circle, that's
spiritual
right.
support circle.
Starting again on September 4th at 7 p.m. and that is in my home. If you're interested in coming to that, you can contact me at 403-315-9806 or through Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can contact me through there as well. Or my email is designedtobeme@hotmail.com.
And I'll leave that in the links when we're up on YouTube. You can check us on YouTube at any time on Just TV. So that's JESSTV.ca. It's the one with the Just circle and the little Canadian flag. If you go in there, I think we're close to 90 videos up. Our channel did go down. We had to reboot back up, and we lost our subscribers and our likes. So if you did subscribe earlier, if you want to maybe go back and check and see if you're still subscribed, because we had to reboot things, and we really appreciate every single like and every single share is so important as we are trying to get out some valuable information to people here.
Definitely.
Okay, where were we?
So we are not to make predictions of the future. We are not to stay in the sadness of the past. We are to stay in our now, as that is where our power is. Right now, in every single moment of every single day. And let go of all ego, because that causes separation. And what we need is unity and harmony. Unity consciousness means we're all the same. We all are of love. We are all of our Creator. We are all one. I am, and we are.
So we are, that's a little bit of a bit there with we are all one, and how does that understand? And how do you explain that, to be able to say we are all one? How would you explain that?
We are all individual essences of the one Creator.
Okay.
All experiencing our own journey, clarity, experiences. We are all learning, we are all sharing, we are all finding out what it is that brings us joy. So that could be skiing, it could be being on the water, it could be whatever it is that brings us happiness, and that's our divine expression of the Creator, which that brings us joy and love and harmony.
I look at it as that we are all one big ocean.
We are.
And every one of our spirits, it's like the big green grass, but I'll go with the ocean this time. It's like having all of this water, and the water spurts out all over the world. And no matter where the water goes, it's still water. It's still the ocean. And we are just spirits that float around. We are still all part of the collective conscious. We are still all feeling the vibrations of what is going on in the collective soul and the collectiveness. So when one person learns something, then that, if you are on track with your vibrations, then you're going to feel that ascension, and you're going to think, hey, I know that too. Or you're going to start to look for it. Or it's like, I think about my mom, and all of a sudden my mom will phone.
Yes.
Within minutes. And that's being part of the collective. And I think that's where I see it as a matter of fact. I think we're connected. Like we are all connected, and we're like, I could be thinking about you, and all of a sudden you'll call, or I'll have a dream, and I'll wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, I got to call my friend. I wonder what's going on over there. Must be Mars. Mars must be affecting us.
Yes, definitely. We are all connected in that way, and if you pay attention to that, just spend some time and think about someone and see how long it takes for them to contact you, or you contact them and see if they've been thinking about you. And 9 times out of 10 they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times when we dream about people too, and right now we're Gabrielle is assisting through this full moon, and Gabrielle is the messenger. So I really want you to pay attention to the dreams you're having right now. If you're having dreams of, oh my God, I should have got this done. Gabrielle has actually been given the doorway now for the next couple of weeks here through Virgo, because happy first day of Virgo. We're into Virgo now, and we've left Leo, and So, and Leo's a big kind of energy too. I'm the king, I'm the boss, and that makes us all feel like, ooh, we need to be us, and hear me roar, and I'm going to be me, and that was over like 2 days ago. So now we're working into the beautiful Virgo Virgin, the mothering feeling, the feeling of being at peace and wanting good things in our lives, and we're all evolving, and if you pay attention, it happens. It's happening anyway. So 6 to 8 weeks of that last crap storm that we just had, thank God it's coming to an end on Monday with Mars moving away finally and going back on its path. Be ready for this big shift. And if you're hearing things in your sleep or seeing things, Gabrielle's trying to send you messages right now. So pay attention, and if he tells you to do something, I would suggest you not ignore his words this next couple weeks.
And maybe write this stuff down so that you can pay attention to that as well and keep going back to it.
Or you can always check us on YouTube. Debbz Den on YouTube, justtv.com. .ca actually.
.ca. Yeah.
.ca. Mm-hmm. Like us there. Either that or Just FM on just into your computer, go Just FM, and you can download the app for free and have us on radio. We are broadcasting live on radio. Last month, I think we reached over 50,000 people
Awesome.
in the neighborhood. So we've gone up and up and up every month, and we hope to keep on going up. But we can't do it without your support. So please, family, friends, those people listening, support your local network.
That's a good thing.
Yes. Where are you at?
Well, let's talk about a few of the symptoms that people might be feeling.
Oh.
So some of the things that you might be feeling now are hot flashes. Anybody for that one?
Yeah, right now.
All the time. Headaches or migraines seem to be
Oh my gosh.
all the time.
I've had headaches like typed, had to put ice packs around my head. Really bad headaches, which I don't usually get. And so
you can,
solar flares.
yes, you can ask your angels to kind of shield you for a little bit. They'll put their wings over you so that you can just minimize the frequency that you're receiving so that headache won't be quite so bad. The other thing I learned is you can ask for more dopamine, which increases our natural brain activity, but reduces the headache pain.
I think that you're going through an ascension, and the pain is a process. If you try to slow it down, will just take longer. So I think you should just, if you get that headache, just lay down and let it happen.
Or go outside into nature.
Oh, go outside to nature. But you know what? Just say, okay, I get it. I got a lot of energy going on in my head. Okay, just do what you got to do and get over with it. And rather than fighting and saying, oh my, putting every negative energy you can, wondering why, just saying, okay, I'm upgrading.
That's right.
Especially if you're getting the hearing and the ringing in
That
the
was
ears.
the next one, ringing in the ears.
That's been really,
Yep.
really heavy this week with the vibrations in the body, feeling like you're shaky or feeling nauseated. But we've also had some major earthquakes going on too, so
Right.
people sensitive to that.
So I'll quickly run through the rest here. Exhaustion and lack of energy. Sleep if you can. Dizziness. Blurred, distorted vision. Feelings of agitation and uneasiness. I think everybody's feeling that.
Mm-hmm.
Depression and anxiety. Vivid dreams or nightmares. Confusion or fogginess. Loss of memory. Irregular heartbeat, as in palpitations, fluttering, or racing.
So almost every planet has something to do with every one of those things
Exactly.
that she said. And those planets being in retrograde are bringing that garbage out in us. It's not you, you're not sick, you're not going crazy. And this is going to come to an end, right? Having 6 planets in retrograde means that everything that they rule is coming out. So know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Neptune has been in retrograde, and you know what? It's just been terrible because it's the one that's making you see the reality in your relationships. So if there's something in your relationship that you're not particularly liking, Neptune is making it seem really, really bad to the point where people are breaking up. People are going their own ways, and it's tough. But in some ways, it's also a correction, and and we have to face that when that correction happens, that we rather choose to move on or we choose to go back. And that's not my choice to make on what you want to do. But do be forgiving, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the energy. And if you really truly do love somebody, don't let that slow you down. If it's a marriage, I always think that it's good to work on things, unless there's absolutely no way. And this last 6 to 8 weeks has let you know if there's going to be a way or not. With everything in retrograde and everything on one side of the sun, it's been really lopsided. So keep that in mind, that it's not only about you. There's a bigger picture, that a lot of things are going on around the planet.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So take a deep breath and just allow it to come in.
Open up that energy, open up your, and balance that energy by going out and getting things done for yourself. Be courageous. This is a time not to self-sabotage yourself. This energy that's coming on over here with which one is it here that's going to be Pluto, for one thing, is bringing up crap. is bringing up stuff that's, it's the little guy who wants to go and poke at everything, and he's right in the middle of everything right now, and he's the one that likes to find out what bothers you and push it. And the moon is like sitting right on top of Pluto today, so that kind of energy's super big today. That push your buttons problem going on today. So be calm, be grounded,
Be allowing.
Be allowing for stuff to pass through.
And forgiving.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's all going on.
So the reason a lot of this stuff is happening is to encourage us to clean ourselves out, to let go of the
Forcing
past.
us to clean ourselves out.
A lot of us have done the work and are still in the process of doing that work. Some are just starting. But if you haven't started, you're going to have to do it no matter what. So start working on yourself.
And like I said, yeah, we're all on our own journey. So if you think, oh, well, I'm so far behind, I'll never get started, I'll just forget it and be sad. Well, the first thing you need to do is be self-confident and realize you are worth it. It is worth it for you to try something new. It's worth it for you to dream big. And it's worth it for you to help others, because when you're helping others, you're also helping yourself, because it feels good when we help others. But then there's the flip side, where you let others drag you down. And you're like, well, somebody is in a terrible place, I'm going to spend the next 4 years with them because they need help. Well, what about you for the next 4 years? Like, are you going to sit around and wait for them to settle things out? Is that what life's about, is waiting? I think that it's really important that we focus inward through this time.
We need to focus on what works for us. And if people are around us and they love us, they'll be accepting of our own inner work, and they'll be gentle with us, and they'll be receiving of maybe some hints to help them as well. So think of yourself, think of others, but know that whatever is coming up to be cleared is necessary to be cleared.
Yeah. And you might feel right now, just with this Mars thing here going on still, is that, you really think, oh, I'm going to do this, I want to do this, but you're holding yourself back because, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if somebody doesn't like what I said? What if somebody doesn't like what I did? You're putting up your own blocks, and it's time to just stand up for yourself and say, this is what I want, and I'm going to go do it. And I don't care what you think. And
we shouldn't care what others think.
You're not going out to hurt anybody. Don't be going out and doing things that hurt people.
No.
But if you're going out and you're improving yourself, you're helping people, you're volunteering, there's nothing more important than being a volunteer at some point and teaching your children to volunteer and be part of community.
Right.
And I think that is, when you give, things will come back. And that's huge.
Being of service right now is very, very important. Service to others. Not so much service to ourselves, but service to others. Helping anybody, anywhere, is so important, and that helps the collective.
So with this No, well, with all these retrogrades and everything like that, if you want to look at it like going out to dinner at a beautiful restaurant, and it's just the greatest restaurant, and you're sitting there and you're asking and you're ordering all these things and you're waiting for the waiter to bring, and he brings you the bread, you eat the bread, then he brings you the appetizer, you eat the appetizer, and then he brings you some more stuff, and then like you sit back and think, oh, I'm full, and your dinner's just coming. Well, you could be, this energy is like, okay, you've been asking for this stuff. You've been asking for the better relationship. You've been asking for the more money. You've been asking for the nice car. But don't get consumed with all of the little things like impatient.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for that. I don't have it. I'm just gonna eat what's available. And then when the big meal comes, because you've asked, when the big ticket comes where the beautiful, well-prepared meal comes in front of you, you're like, oh, I don't want it. I'm too full. I don't think I can do it. And that's like a self-sabotage. You've got to take the good and the bad. So when things come to you, don't consume yourself all at once. Take it easy. Take it a little bit easy and prepare for the future is what I'm saying. That's the analogy I'm trying to get to, is to prepare, be ready, that when that big, beautiful, delicious serving comes up, that you're going to be ready to eat it, and you're going to be ready to take it. Either that or somebody else might take that energy.
It'll go to someone else if you don't.
Yeah, because that energy's already been out there. It's already been asked for.
That's right.
So you got to be ready to take that energy.
And we are deserving and worthy of all of that. So
Mhm.
just accept it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and Saturn is in retrograde in Capricorn. That's, Saturn is the home place is Capricorn. Capricorn is get it done, get it organized. I can do this. I'm the king. I'm the boss. Hell and high water. I can make it no matter what. And that's, that's all out there because Saturn is there. But when Saturn is in retrograde, it's telling you all these things, but it's giving you self-doubt. It's really making you look hard. Do I want this? Do I really, really want this? And yeah, you do. You want this. You want to be strong. You want to be healthy. You want to be smart in helping people.
Definitely. Why not?
Mm-hmm. So back again with the planets. What else you got there? You got a few more things?
Well, there's a lot of high solar winds and geomagnetic storms.
A lot.
And
that's
that's whipping things around, and it's swirling around us. It's in our face. It's saying that you got to do this, and you got to do it now. So it's pushing us to expand.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're realizing that there's more psychic experiences happening, and there's extreme synchronicities, you can say thank you, because that's also part of this.
Vu.
Definitely. A lot.
Uh-huh.
Every single day there's something that's the same. I've been through it before. Yes, I know this. Yes, it's familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing. And I've had a lot of people that have said, I'm seeing orbs fly around my house. I'm seeing...
That's because I'm sending you angels.
There you go. So don't be afraid of it. Just recognize it and say, thank you for showing me. The more you see, the more you will be willing to see later. And it's all wonderful. So a lot of our psychic abilities will now come into play.
Are being awakened.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're on the ascension path, doing yoga, seeking spiritual work, being around spiritual people, going on YouTube and just finding things out for yourself, which is what I think, take it, not everything's all true, but, what resonates with you is your truth, and I think that's just as good as any, is that when you hear something, you can feel that something's going on. Go look it up.
Yes, definitely.
So with me, I definitely, when this week was like crazy. I mean, oh my God, that's why I called the emergency update today, was because it was like, holy, what is on earth is going on, and it is definitely stuff is going on. Stuff is definitely going on here on Earth. This week, on August 18th. We had an 8.2, 350 feet down, an 8.2 magnitude earthquake This is like off the chart, the top of the chart, over the chart. I don't know if there's ever been anything, and this was in Mount Fiji. I'd imagine that Hawaii's got a big typhoon hitting it today, and it's going to be difficult tomorrow. So if you know anybody from Hawaii, my friend Susan, take cover, take care. You guys got a big storm coming in this weekend, and you know that's part of this earthquake problem. So just in comparison, because I was just doing some comparison, in 1999, the total, approximately, not exactly, I'm rounding numbers, in 1999, when everybody thought the world was going to come to an end, there was 1,300 earthquakes.
Wow.
During the year, and people thought, oh my God, this is going to be this is terrible. This is it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would just jump up to last year. Last year, we didn't have 1,300. We had 13,000
Wow.
earthquakes. 13,000 earthquakes in 1 year. So things are picking up. I don't think it's global warming.
No, definitely not.
I don't think any amount of money is going to stop the Earth from ascending.
She's already ascended into
it's
that.
ascending, yes. And I don't know, you want to look up global shift. If anybody wants to discuss global shift with me, I'd be happy to debate that.
The other one is called the awakening.
And
Same thing, the ascension, the awakening.
There's a lot of different places, but for me, where I get my information about, like I said, whenever I feel, oh my gosh, like I wake up in the morning and I haven't slept all night, and it's like, why am I not sleeping? Which most of this week has been, I've just been awake and tossing and turning, and then wake up and feel okay. You know, I don't feel really tired and everything. I know I had like an hour and a half of sleep, on 15-minute things between calls, but I feel okay. I was really surprised how good I feel. But having that 8.2 magnitude, the 6.2 on the west coast, in Oregon yesterday, it was a 6.2. That one actually hit us here in Alberta. The vibrations hit through. But when you're wondering about that, like, oh, I feel funny today, I feel really, really weak, I feel drawn, I feel tired, I don't know, I think I'm sick. Go over to Dutch Sense. That's my favorite. Have you ever looked at Dutch Sense?
I haven't.
Dutch Sense is amazing. He has daily updates on what's going on with earthquakes. And that Dutch Sense, just like it sounds.
Cool.
It's on YouTube. And he's fantastic. But I did go to the other places here too. And you know, the Pacific Rim right now is just freaking out, right? Like
Yes.
Every single day there's major amounts of earthquakes. There's deep ones. They're like, this week has just been full of anywhere from 5 to 6.2 magnitude earthquakes. The earth is shaking and shifting. It really is. And if you feel like you're on edge, you are.
We are.
We are on edge.
Yes.
So just let that energy, like Tammy said, let that energy go through. And just for comparison, so last year we had 13,000 earthquakes. And those are not counting the teeny tiny ones, and not counting the ones that are from seismic drilling and fracking. Fracking causes tons of earthquakes all the time. Yeah, I don't think it's really that great to frack and mess up the earth. She's not meant to be shaken way down there like that. But this year, and we are 8 months in, we already have 9,000 earthquakes on record.
Wow, that's a lot.
And we still have 4 months to go. And we're at 9,000. A little bit over 9,000, but approximately 9,000 earthquakes. And every single day. So if you're feeling like, oh, something's vibrating, the vibration is getting higher, it's getting bigger. And that's a fact.
Definitely a fact.
That is a fact.
Mother Gaia, as she is known, is shaking off what no longer serves her as well in her spiritual body. So we're moving with her, thank goodness, otherwise she'd be shaking us off too. We are causing her grief. She's not meaning to cause us grief, but she is meaning to cleanse herself. So that's why there's a lot of this shifting and shaking going on in the earth.
Well, and there's also theories of nebula, Planet X coming between Earth and the sun. and it's going to come through. And really, they're saying, you know, this happens every 24 or every 12 years it goes up, and then, or 12,000 years it goes up, and then it comes down and it crosses, and then 12,000 years up, down. And so we're on cycle for the nebula, or planet X, to be crossing us. We're in that time zone once again, and this has been going on for millions of years. For this planet, we're just in part of its thing, and a lot of scientists are saying that it's Planet X. It's Planet X that's ripping our planet apart and opening up all of the earthquakes, and that's how the Mayans knew, because this is a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
This is not global warming. This is not something that we can stop. We just got to ride it through and
Right.
ascend with it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I would definitely look up Planet X if you don't believe me, and just look into that. And you know, the government doesn't really put that out there. It's something you would have to search for, and I do search beyond the government stuff.
They want to hide a lot because they don't want us to be aware. That's part of our awakening, stepping out of the box and be aware.
Mm-hmm.
But you're only going to do that and expand your consciousness once you start doing the research and saying, hey, that's not okay.
Well, and then you know you can trust NASA. Never a straight answer, but you know you can try to believe in NASA. You know what? And there's another thing that I think is interesting too, and I hope to find somebody to debate about, is the flat Earth. Not that I'm a flat earther, but you know, they do have their points, and I'm interested. If you're interested in flat Earth, and give me a shout. I'm Debbz Den, DebbzDen.com, and that's where you can find me. And I'll leave the link in the bottom on my YouTube page, along with Tammy's links too. We're going to make sure we have all that information with us here on Just FM. Tammy, is there anything? What else we got? The Pacific Rim 6.2 earthquake. At 5:30 a.m. yesterday. The hurricane, lane 5. Okay, so this is there's just all kinds of stuff. This hurricane that's going to be hitting in Hawaii here, it's doing 190 miles per hour today. I looked that up right before I left, and it's a lane 5 category. That's their terms. And it looks like this big vortex of like an alligator just vortexing in, and it's going to cause some damage to Hawaii in the next weekend. I hope it misses it, but it was looking on target last night. When I checked this out at 4 o'clock in the morning when I couldn't sleep. I was like, something's going on the planet. What is it? And that's where I get my research inspiration, is because my body feels weird. I must find out what it is. It's science.
Well, it's good that you can do that research and pass it on so people know.
And I do pass it on to my Facebook page. I pass it on regularly. And I am Debbz Den, Debbz Den, Angel Empowerment Practitioner on Facebook. Like my page. That's where I do all of this updates. I had people asking me, well, how will I know? Like, you know, I'm stressed out. I'm like, calm down, it's the moon. Oh, where did you get that app? It's the Moon app. There's lots of them out there, and you can actually get it so that it sets an alarm. So 4 days before a full moon, you remind yourself to be nice. Don't be being mean to people. And if somebody's mean to you, go, oh, it's the moon. Especially when Mars is hanging around with it, and Pluto and Saturn. That's another thing I'm warning you. Don't be crazy this weekend. There's a lot of fun energy going around. Don't be crazy. Don't be sleazy. Because just don't be getting yourself into trouble. I mean, take care of yourself and respect yourself.
That sounds good.
Sorry. That's what I mean. Gotta say what I mean. I'm just that way. So yeah, Hawaii's in trouble. Then there's that monster asteroid heading towards us that looks like a skull.
Oh.
Yeah. 700 meters wide, and it looks just like this big floating skull coming at us. It shouldn't hit us for a while yet, though. But you can look that up too. Floating skull, 200 times stronger than Jupiter. So they're thinking that, you know, its energy is going to affect us. But still 200 million light years away.
Oh,
so,
a long time.
Yeah, a little bit of time. 200 million light years. I don't know how far that is. I haven't been that far before, I don't think.
That's a long ways away.
Maybe. I could be here from the Pleiadian. Or Andromeda. I'm
I
not
am.
sure. Yeah, are you a Pleiadian?
Yes.
I think I'm from Andromeda myself. I'm not sure. But we are getting close to our time, and I hope you enjoyed our little feedback here today. What's going on? Was there some more stuff you'd like to add to this today, to our conversation?
Our DNA is also changing.
Oh, definitely.
We're
That's
going-
part of it. Science.
Yes.
Science again. Science can prove it.
We're going from a 2-strand to a 24-strand.
Wasn't junk. Who knew?
No, it just wasn't activated.
No. It was actually deactivated.
Deactivated.
It was deactivated because we were bad.
By implants.
Yes.
So that's another story we can talk about another time.
Yes. We
But-
got like 6 shows on the go now.
So we are morphing from a dense carbon-based body to a crystalline light body. So if you notice that things are really changing, everything is changing within us to be able to receive more energy. If you notice your solar plexus is activated and working harder, that's what's happening. Your chakras are coming online. The
And
crown is being activated.
With your solar plex, remember that when you walk into a room, if you're an empath, if you walk into a room and all of a sudden you start feeling crappy, or you feel somebody else's energy, or you start to feel like you're angry or you're going to cry, and when you walk to the door, you were perfectly fine,
Mm-hmm.
close your chakra. Shh. Put your shield on. Just do this. I'm like, oh, move that stuff out, throw it away, because you're an empath. Are really, that's where they get their energy, and that's why you get nervous.
Yes.
That's why you get that feeling like, oh, something's happening. I don't know what it is. I feel nauseous. It's because you're allowing that anticipation and that energy to come in and out of your solar plex. So protect your solar plexus, please.
And I think we need protection from for our chakras, for our own energy every single day.
Yeah.
So put it on like a shield. Just pull it down all the way down to the floor.
3 feet below.
Yes, 3 feet below, and just envision it going down. And that's going to keep you love and light coming in and love and light going out. So imagine it as your bubble.
Yeah. I like to put people in a bubble. I brush my teeth in the morning and I'm like, I need a bubble.
Definitely.
So, yeah, but my bubble is a rainbow shield. I asked Metatron and I get a rainbow shield with a vacuum seal. So I can still feel when somebody's sad or upset, and I'm not insensitive, but I feel their energy and then it's sucked out with the vacuum. So we'll give that to y'all. When you brush your teeth tomorrow morning, or anytime you feel bad, go brush your teeth. And I'm a teeth fanatic. And every time you brush your teeth, I want you to go and be grateful to the angels, because they're just going to put a shield over you. Because I said so. I asked them. And all you have to do is say, thanks, angels, right now.
Cool. There you go. There's your protection.
Yep.
And we are just working on moving into the higher realms and moving into the higher vibration. Receive, allow, and go with the flow. That's my recommendation.
Go with the flow, but make sure you make your plans. And when you say you want something, be brave and step up and do it. Don't throw it aside. Just be you.
And a lot of times when people are manifesting and calling these things to them, they stop believing just before it shows up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Eating the whole meal before eating all the snacks and everything before the meal shows up.
So keep believing in what you ask for, because it is coming.
It is.
You just
It's
have
coming.
to keep your vibration
Have
high.
faith, man. Have faith.
Definitely.
Things are getting better. We just went through 6 to 8 weeks of shit show. It's going to get better. Starting Monday, for sure. But this is the weekend that is really important that you keep it together. There's some planets floating around like Uranus is going to make you feel like an idiot if you're going to start indulging, do too much. We got the fair in town today or this week. I can't wait. I'm going, see you at the fair. Say hi if you see me. Can't wait to go. I'm not sure who's playing tonight.
Prism, I hear.
I love Prism since I was like 6.
Nice. 80s music. If you're interested, go on over.
Yeah, gotta love it. And kudos to all those people down at the fairgrounds who are standing out in that smoky weather all day long, making sure we get parking places and security. And please be respectful of people and places. And, just because we're from Lethbridge and we're nice people here in Lethbridge. Let's remember that.
Only love. Every motivation is love. Every action, every thought is coming from love. Let's put that out there.
So the sun.
Yes.
Let go of ego.
Please.
And we got the sun right now. out there, and it's in Virgo, which means let go of your ego. Virgo's the one that wants to nourish you. So when you let go of your junk and just be in faith, the sun's going to work with you. And then Mercury, it's about purpose, getting back to the purpose in your life, getting out and realizing that you do have purpose. The moon, everything's coming together in Pisces. Pisces is crazy. I mean, Pisces has flippy floppy like a fish, right? So that's Mercury right now. And it just came out of retrograde, so our power and energy should, and Mercury also being in retrograde sucks the life out of you.
So that's why we were all so tired.
So if you've been feeling tired the last 6 weeks, blame Mercury. Mercury has been sucking the life out of us because it's this big powerball, and it's been sitting there like hanging out backwards, like just sucking all the energy out of us. Blame Mercury for that junk. You're fine. And the moon, everything's coming together. Venus, it's at home. Venus is in its own planet of Libra, or in its own area of Libra. And it's about positive and going for what you want, and it also brings in changes, because when you ask for what you want, sometimes something's got to go.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and the earth, what's going on the earth? Earthquakes, tornadoes,
Hurricanes,
craziness, and ascension.
Yes.
Where good people are going up and good intentions are being forced out of us. Then we've got Mars is in retrograde. Don't jump the boat. Don't eat everything before the meal shows up. that would be Mars. Mars is all well, after Monday, Mars will be happy to be going and leading us again, and not following behind eating dirt, because it doesn't like eating dirt, and neither do anybody who's affiliated with Mars in their signs. And Jupiter says, look at the big picture. Stop thinking about the small things. Go for it. See the big picture. See it as already done. Write down what I want, put it in a drawer, close it away, open it up next year, see how that goes.
And that does work. It really does.
I hope so. I want 1,000 likes before the end of this month.
Put that in the drawer and see what happens.
PJ DJ, an interview I did with PJ, we're over 1.2 thousand right now. So actually I did reach that goal. So that is good. But you know what, like, subscribe, always goes, and share. That is so much appreciated here on Jess FM. Wait, we'll just finish this off with Uranus. Okay, maybe not finish it with Uranus.
Bad pun.
Okay. Here's the thing about Uranus. It's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank goodness.
After all that crap that we've been going through, Uranus is saying, hey, look, there's a light. It's way over there. We're heading it. We're going to get it. It's coming. Be patient. Be patient. Don't get out of hand. And Neptune, don't fall into that trap with relationships of thinking things are going to work when they're not going to work.
There's a lot of people that want to stay in it even though it's not working. And it's not serving you, and it's not serving anybody else
This next
to
2
stay.
weeks is so important. If you've made dreams and plans, it's so important that you clear up your energy so that you can do this. And then, okay, we're going to end it now. Now we're not ending it with Uranus. We'll end it with Pluto. And Pluto is squaring Venus. So that's that relationship problem, because Venus is relationship, Pluto is punch. So Venus is about setting up your long-term goals. And Pluto is about punching the junk out of stuff so that you can have and accomplish. So, Pluto might seem mean, but really Pluto wants what's best for you. And so that's what we're doing. So remember to think of this weekend like you're flying a kite. And what do you got to, the most important thing is keep it in the air, keep it up above, keep it high, keep it flying high, and keep yourself up there, keep your self-respect up there, and keep your thoughts out of the gutter, keep your thoughts high. And that's how we're going to get through this next 2 weeks.
Positivity, love, and joy.
Pluto will make you crazy if you don't follow those steps. Sorry. Oh, we're time. But we do have time for a meditation.
And I think with the energy flowing through you right now, I'm going to let you do that.
Me? Oh, I hadn't even thought. But
I can just feel you vibrating, and yes, it needs to
it
be
could
you.
because I had clients this morning, so
That's
I was like,
good.
well, I've been going woo all day.
Good. So then you've got some good inspiration to share.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us today on Just FM. This is Debbz Den. Today, we're talking about ascension, and we're going to start with taking a few deep breaths and letting us know that we're going inside today. We're going to go inside and just do a little tune-up because we've been feeling all kinds of negative energy and negative stuff going on in the world and negative news. And as we say those negative things, they're all being removed. So think of something that's bothering you, and we're letting it go. I'm going to start with your feet this time, and we're going to ground our energy to the ground. So I just want to see roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, going through the ground, through. If you're inside of a house, I want you to imagine going through the concrete with your roots, as you're sitting there, being peaceful, knowing that your energy is taking a shift in the next 5 minutes. We're going inside for 5 minutes. We're going to have angels now, putting that bright light from above the earth, opening up that light as your roots are down in the ground. We're going to bring in that white light now, filling it through your crown chakra, right, letting you see the guide, letting you see your guide coming to talk to you. Having Archangel Gabrielle standing beside you with messages for you. We want to open up your third eye now and allow Gabrielle to talk to you. Take a deep breath. Release all the negative thinking. Take a deep breath. Everything that's hurt you is in the past. It's yesterday's done. We are moving into the now as we go through our third eye, washing and cleansing with Ariel's bright light, washing and cleansing that third eye, making it beautiful and shiny. And if you don't want to hold your third eye open because it confuses you, you can very easily just put a hand across it 3 times and close it. But right now we're opening it, so we're opening it 3 times, thanking the angels. Now we're moving into our ear chakras. Anybody's ever said anything mean to you, or that you've been hearing this loud ringing going on in your ears? Don't worry, you're safe. We forgive everybody for everything that they have said negative to us. And we thank them for their love and lessons. Going into our throat chakra, we're going to release anything negative we've said. Taking a deep breath, kicking it out with an ah breath. I forgive everyone for everything. Taking one more deep breath. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Moving now into your heart chakra as we fill your light of your heart with light and love. We take that energy in and we let that beautiful white light energy just give you a sunshine scrub on your heart. Any dark corners, any darkness that you've had, that you felt, anybody's hurt you, if somebody's died and you're missing them, we know you'll always miss them, and we know that will always be a part of your memory, but they don't want you to continue hurting. So we're going to let that hurt turn to love. And when somebody has hurt you, we're going to forgive them and let them on their way, because you just choose to self-love. Taking a deep breath now, moving into your solar plex energy, with that white light still coming in, and in your solar plex energy, we are putting in that bright fan, just bright and shining fan, and spinning and spinning and spinning. And all the energy that's not yours and not serving you, it's spreading out Azrael is there gathering up all that negative energy. Having that beautiful light energy spinning on you now in your solar plexus energy. Take a deep breath. Moving into your sacral energy now. Now this is your sex drive. If anybody's ever assaulted you, we're blowing that energy out. We're not going to allow that fear to stay. We're doing an upgrade today. We're going to blow that out. Gently, peacefully, blowing out fear, blowing out self-doubt, regret, anger, addiction. Let it go. The angels are pulling it through you, taking it away. Azrael's collecting it. It's going to take it away from you. Now I want you to work into your root chakra. And in your root chakra, spinning bright red, ruby red fan now, spinning, letting you know that you are safe and secure. Have faith that God is watching over you and that the planet is going to be fine. If anything happens, we trust and have faith in God, and we will be safe with our Creator. Now letting that white light energy now go down. If anybody's got a sciatic nerve, I'm asking the angels to heal that now. I'm asking the angels to heal any kind of sciatica nerve that is not serving people. Blowing that white light now through your right leg, your left leg, all the way down through your hips, through your knees, through your calves, going down into your feet and grounding yourself with that grounding, connecting to the earth. Coming back up. I'm going to leave you with a shield now. Archangel Metatron is stepping up and he's going to put that shield on you right now. Shields last 12 hours. And in the morning tomorrow, I want you, every time you brush your teeth, to pull that shield on and ask Metatron to do that for you. And I'm going to ask Metatron to help every single person that watches this video, to give them the shield. And remember, if you're having a very hard time and you're fighting and your relationships are falling apart, drop a lead shield for protection so that your negative energy isn't being felt. And if you need to feel love and somebody's angry with you and you love them so much, send them a pink shield and send them love and healing. Green for healing. If somebody is sick, send them a green shield. I'll make a post on colors and what they do later on today. But for right now, I'm just going to have that white light circle all the way around you. Above you, below you, beside you, before you, and from within. I'm asking the angels to take care of you today and every day. Trusting in the angels. Take a deep breath. Now we're balancing. Red chakra spinning, orange chakra spinning, yellow chakra spinning, green chakra spinning, light blue, clearing out anything you've ever said negative. I forgive everyone for everything. I forgive myself for everything. Take a deep breath. I love myself. Take a deep breath. I'm no longer the victim. Working into your ears chakra. I am a wonderful, fantastic person. Moving into your crown chakra now is a beautiful, bright purple light that is healing your mind and healing your self-doubt and healing everything within you. Healing your body. This is a light that you can share with people because you share your thoughts. And we are all part of the collective. Now working up into your crown chakra, having that beautiful, bright flashlight above you, shining bright and giving you the confidence to see what's coming. And we thank the angels. Take a deep breath as everything is balanced now. Your chakra is balanced now. You've been cleared. You've been given some tools. And I just want to say thank you once again for joining us here on Jess FM. And have a fantastic weekend. Get out there and enjoy some sun. Thank you.
Yes, everyone. See you.
And again, I'm Deb from Debbz Den, DebbzDen.com, if you want to get a hold of me. And I think my next market isn't for quite a while. Unless you want to join in on our market, and I will be at the market in Barrie, Alberta, on Saturday from 10 till 4. It's the farmers market, so if you're interested in getting some good Hutterite food, I know that they bring out all their best groceries, their best vegetables and everything there, and I wouldn't miss it. I'm gonna be there. Debbz Den will be there. Tammy, what do you have going on?
Not a whole lot, but I'm always open. I do Reiki energy healing, so if anybody's looking for some Reiki energy healing sessions, you can get a hold of me. Tammy Nickel, 403-315-9806. And the name is Release Your Life Reiki. You can find me on Facebook.
Okay. Well, thanks again for joining us on Just FM. Have a fantastic day.
Bye.
Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed the Ascension stuff. If you have any questions, please inform. You can find us on YouTube. Please subscribe to Just FM and share and tell your friends. And I am moving. Well, let me see if I can do this from here.